Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, man. Should Devin Haney be Fighter of the Year in the year 2023? I mean, it was a year where a lot of guys were inactive. It looked like Tank might squeeze 3 or 4 fights in this year, and he fought twice. I think Canelo, he fought Charlo, and I'm not sure he fought before Charlo. Can't remember. Was it? It wasn't Beevil. Wasn't Plant. I can't remember if he fought in May or not. I want to say he did. I can't remember who Canelo Alvarez fought. Terrence fought once this year, and his dad had something to say about that. So Beevil gonna fight once this year in December, so versus Lyndon Arthur. So like I said before, I can't think of too many, guys that can oppose him. It's possible Inoue and Terrence Crawford are the only two that I truly can think about just going up and down the scale. That I can truly think about that could be Fighter of the Year, that can rival him. Tim Tszyu had a solid year, but I don't think it was enough. Better Be, I think, only fought once last year in February because he got the toothache, so that wasn't good enough. I mean, Usyk did beat Anthony Joshua and the whole thing with the war and all that type stuff, but I think that's the only fight he got in this year. So, I mean, to be honest, it's either Nayu Inoue or Devin Haney or Terrence Crawford. And Bill Haney said, how can y'all get Terrence Crawford Fight of the Year? Y'all said something was wrong with Errol Spence, and that's subjective. That's subjective. I think he was better off saying, well, Terrence Crawford only fought once this year. But the play against Devin Haney would be that, I really thought Lomachenko won. And if the shoe was reversed if the shoe was reversed, and this is where popularity and popular demand come in so crucial at. If the shoe was reversed, all right, if the shoe was reversed and Lomachenko beat Devin Haney with the same performance, they would be saying, he watched Devin Haney, so people just don't like Devin Haney. And what I think it is that he's Muslim. Because they got the same hate for Better Be at. And people say, well, his dad talked too much. It's all about showcasing your talent. It's all about being the talker. He ain't much of a talker. Not many fighters are. Conor McGregor, Mayweather. I mean, it's a handful of guys. Muhammad Ali. He's being the mouthpiece for his son. He's marketing his son, and I don't really think it's an issue with that. Y'all take everything 100% serious. It's the showbiz. It's entertainment. Bill is good with words. He marketing his son, had the Rougarous capture poster. This is how you get yourself out here. This is how you market yourself. This is how you get the brand out here. This is how you get the brand deal. So y'all getting caught up in what they say. As long as they don't get racial or some racist issue, I really don't care. Now it's up to each fighter, what do they feel that crossing the line is. But, to them, Regis and Haney and all them, they did a great job doing publicity for the fight. And it's publicity. Y'all get caught up in it like it's real, like we still 10 years old, believing that the WWF or the WWE, WCW, whatever it may be, believing that, it's a real beef. Now, sometimes it is real beef, but most of the time it's orchestrated. It's just a storyline. It's just a storyline. Most of the time, it's just a storyline. So, like I continue to say, man. I think, man, Inoue may capture, undisputed again versus Marlon Tappis. But I said Devin Haney. He had the bigger events. I felt like he beat Lomachenko. I don't think it was close as people made it seem. But then when the commentary did ride Lomachenko, I'll give it to Devin Haney as of right now. Now it depends on what Nayu Inoue doing versus Marlon Tappis. Here, one of the sparring partners said that Marlon can win, and if Marlon can win, then hey man, we gonna have to just wait and see what Marlon can do, right? And I'll be watching that fight, man. So, yeah, as of right now, I'll give that to Devin Haney. I think he deserved it. Spun the block, fought a guy that people say was ducking in Lomachenko to validate his undisputed. Then he beat Regis Prograis, who I thought was the number one guy at 140 pounds. He beat him every round. He beat him to doo-doo brown. So, he beat him every round. So, I continue to say, man, that was a hell of a performance by him. And you got to give credit where credit is due. You know, I think he should be considered fighter of the year. And I know a lot of people probably feel like, oh, he ain't that good or he shouldn't do it. Man, give him his credit. Give him his credit. And like I said before, had Terrence Crawford had more than one fight this year, then it probably would have went to him. But having one fight, man, I think they should be penalized for that. And I think you should be, as I call it, you should be get consideration to guys who fight multiple times this year. That's my thing. I think it should be given consideration to guys who fight multiple times this year. So that's my thing. I think consideration should be given to those guys who is active. I think these fighters should be at least fighting 3 times a month. My bad, I mean 3 times a year. So that's when they kind of be fighting. So I think fight a year, guys should get penalized for only fighting once a year. So that's just my opinion on it. But now Inoue, he got a stake at the claim. Stake for that as well too. But I think that what Devin Haney did on the stage he been on, to me, he clearly beat Lomachenko, but people can't see it because they don't know shit about boxing. And he obviously clearly didn't even lose a round to Regis Prograis. So who had a better year than that? But you gotta give it to Inoue. He did dispatch Stephen Fogel. Fairly easily. So he had a hell of a year too. But I think both of them will capture that award at some point. And neither one of them get it. But I think both of them will capture that reward, that award. And Devin just getting better and better and better and better and better. And Inoue just seemed to be moving up in weight, getting better, 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 better. But I give it to Devin Haney. The man gets so much hate. This shit is hilarious to me. From his peers and like I said before, jealousy is cool. I use jealousy, jealousy, everybody feels jealousy. I always use this analogy. It's like you moving on from your ex and then they move on with another person, then you kind of like, I want them back now. That's just a natural feeling. You really don't, but you don't want to see them with nobody else. So. But like I said, for sure, Haney showing that he's different. He's separating himself. He going for the bigger fights. And people say, well, I want to see him. Like it's always moving the line. They always gonna continue to move the line on fighters they don't like. Well, he went his first fight at 140. He took on the toughest guy there. What else you want from him? Lomachenko ducked him. He couldn't fight Lomachenko. They was never getting that fight unless he took. If it wasn't for Camboso get Lomachenko in the war, and Camboso opportunity, man, this dude would still be at 35, trying to find his way. So just based on, like Stephen Bredman said, it's a good point. The trainer J-Rock and Caleb Plant and a few other guys, Kyron Davis, just like he said, in my opinion, Devin Haney beat the machine. Devin Haney and Bill wanted to do it their way. They wanted to remain independent and make co-promotion pacts with promoters. They did it their way. They did it their way. They beat the machine. Didn't want to go over to Al. Now Bill made another good point, and there was a rant that Bill, I ain't gonna bring that back up. He made a good point about Floyd, but nothing nonetheless. But yeah, he beat the machine. Had Lou DiBella went to go get a partnership to Top Rank to make it hard. Had to go to Australia twice. Then one last daddy in because some things he did to his past. Tried to play psychological war games and stuff. He went over there, dispatched that man, coming off one of his best wins with Teofimo Lopez. I mean, I don't know what else y'all want. Came back to Eddie, beat Eddie's best fighter, one of Eddie's best fighters in Regis Prograis. You know? So you just sit back and ask yourself, man, like he went through all that. Really, you could say, you know, him beating the machine is the most impressive victory he did. Usually you got to sign with this guy, sign with that guy, sign a long-term 360 deal with that guy. Man, he beat the machine. He did his independent thing. A lot of this he did, you know, damn near independent. So you gotta give him credit. Gotta give him credit. So just based on him beating the machine, I think he should be fighter of the year. You know, but you gotta have somebody. I sure went the wrong way. I know I didn't. You gotta have somebody that they got a business mind to be independent. You gotta have somebody who got a business mind, bro. You know, guys like Master P, Bill Haney, and Puffy and those guys. You gotta have a guy who got a business mind. You know, you gotta have somebody who got a business mindset. Without a business mindset, bro, you can't do this shit. So you gotta learn business and all that. So what he did was very impressive in my opinion. Beat the machine, spun the block on Lomachenko, fought Regis Prograis in his first fight there. I mean, I don't know what else people want. You know, Floyd Mayweather didn't fight too many prime opponents, but then again, that usually it is what it is. You know, it's just a way to take away from fighters' accomplishments. That's just what it is. So a lot of these dudes got their pre-built-in excuse. Before the fight is in. They'd be like, oh, you know, Judge Regis is this and he old and Regis ain't got no legs, this, that. You know what I'm saying? They say that before the fight, so they don't have to give him credit after the fight. That's how that play. But thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love, support, peace.